These notes on area of rectangles. Area is defined as the number of square units that covers a 2D region without gaps or overlaps. The area of the rectangle that's showed here is 16 square units. And I'm going to abbreviate units with the U squared. And how do I know? It's because there are 16 unit squares that make up this rectangle. Okay. All right. The units for area are always squared because you are determining how many squares are inside the figure or multiplying units times units, which gives us units squared. The area of this rectangle shown here is 6 inches squared. So another way that we can find the area of a rectangle is to use a formula. And the formula for the area of a rectangle is area equals length of the rectangle times the width of the rectangle. All right. So the area of the rectangle, as I said, is 6 inches squared. 3 is the length of the rectangle. 2 is the width of the rectangle. So to determine the area of this rectangle, they multiplied 3 times 2, which gives us 6 square inches, or inches squared, however you want to say it, as long as you know that the units have to be squared. Okay, they have to be square units because we're multiplying unit times unit, which gives us square units. The area of a square with a side length of 3 feet is 9 square feet. So if we have a square and one side is 3 feet, we know all sides of a square are equal. So to determine the area, we use a formula for a square, which is area equals side times side. Or you may see it area equals side squared, because you're multiplying a side times a side, which is the same number because all sides of a square are equal. All right, so the way they determine the area of this particular square is they multiply 3 times 3, which gives us 9 square feet, or feet squared, however you want to say it. All right, so let's determine the area of the rectangle. So let's mark that out because I know they meant area. So we have a 9 by 3 rectangle. 9 represents the length of the rectangle. 3 represents the width of the rectangle. And we're going to use the formula for the area of a rectangle to solve this. So again, area equals the length times the width. We said 9 is our length. We said 3 is our width. So the area of this rectangle is 9 times 3, which is 27 square centimeters. Okay, remember, unit times units gives us a unit squared. Okay, next example. The width of a rectangle is 3 inches. The length of the rectangle is twice the length of the width of the rectangle. Determine the area of the rectangle. So we're going to use the formula again. So area equals length times width. They said the width is 3, and they said the length is twice the width. Okay, so twice the width would be 3 times 2, which is 6, times the 3, which represents the width. Multiply, and we get 18 square inches. Okay, so let's recap. Area is the number of square units that covers a two-dimensional region without gaps or overlaps. So here, looking at this particular rectangle, we see the square units inside of the rectangle, and we see that they are all laying side by side. There are no gaps between them, and they are not overlapping each other. That is the area. Okay? We use square units when we are determining area because we are multiplying units times units. We can use a formula to find the area of a rectangle. The formula for the area of a rectangle is area equals length times width. We can also use a formula to find the area of a square. The formula for the area of a square is area equals side times side, or area equals side squared, because we're multiplying side times side. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask during our Zoom session. Thank you.